This is ES7.1, end of course, speaking test. Hello there, ladies.
Hello, teacher.
Right, okay, so today we've got 4 parts to this speaking test. The first part will consist of me asking you some questions and a brief introduction. The second part will consist of you talking about a photograph on your own. The third part will be both of you working together to talk about a subject, and the fourth part will be some questions associated with that subject. So we're going to start with yourself. What's your name, please?
My name is Tuha.
Good. How old are you, Tuha?
I am 14 years old.
Good. And where do you live?
I live in Hà Đông district, Hanoi, Vietnam.
And who do you live with?
I live with my parents and my elder sister.
Good. Thank you very much. What's your name, please?
My name is Ngọc.
Good. And how old are you, Minh?
I'm 14 years old.
Good. Where do you live?
I live in Hà Đông, Hanoi, Vietnam.
And who do you live with?
I live with my parents and my young sister.
Good. Thank you very much. Okay. So Minh, we're going to start with yourself. I'm going to ask you some questions. How often do you use your mobile phone?
Usually, I use smartphone every day. Usually, I use it for 1.5 hours. I use it for many reasons, like for searching for my homework, entertaining, and chatting, texting with my friends.
Good. What do you prefer, the morning or the afternoon?
I prefer the afternoon because that is time when I go home after school, and that is the best time to relax for me, I think.
And what kind of music do you like listening to?
I think I have diverse kind type of music. But usually I use listening to indie or EDM music.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. Tuha, I would like to ask you some questions. What time of year do you like the most?
I think I like the summer the most because I don't have to go to school at the summer, summer holiday, and I can go many ways with my parents and my sister for holiday.
Good.
Like go to my hometown, go to the beach, or sometimes in the mountain.
What type of, do you like any sports?
I'm not very keen on sport very much, but if I can tell, I can say that I like football because I like watching football.
Okay. What hobbies do you have?
I think I like listening into music because it helps me relax after study. Yeah, and also I can share my music with my friend at school.
Okay, good, excellent stuff. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to move on to part 2. Part 2 is going to consist of you both talking individually about a photograph. Tuha, this time I'm going to start with you. In your photograph, it shows some people on bicycles. Can you please tell me what you see in that photograph?
In the background, we can see a tree and a high and a grass. It might be in a high, and it's the daytime because the light in the background. The boy is wearing a short, so I think it's a summertime of the year. He's wearing a hello, but I don't think he's go to school because I think it's right by like a sport. These some people in the background. It can be his friend because he rides the bike together. So I also say that it's summertime because the leaf and the grass are green. It might be in the hill because it's leaf here.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm going to take that back now. Thank you very much. Okay, Minh, I'm going to give you your photograph. Your photograph here shows some people playing music. Can you please tell me what you can see in the photo?
In the background, I think this is a IT classroom, and maybe there's not enough room for them, so they have to play music in this room. It's in the noon because the clock is I think that is 12 o'clock. They are I think there are a music club at school because I see there's a girl who is wearing a student card, I think, and I think they learn how to make music. I think they learn how to make their own music because they wearing headphones, so they can hear their own and only their own music. Mm, it seems like they very enjoy it, but it seems like they very enjoy it. I think they very pay attention at their music, and the that's the end.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. I'll take that back. Thank you. Okay, so that ends part 2. What we're going to do now is we're going to move on to part 3. Part 3, you're going to need to talk to each other about something for about 2 minutes. I'm going to describe a situation to you. A girl is going to write an article for her school magazine about the history of her local area. She wants to find out more about it. Here are some of the different ways she could find out about the history of her local area. What I would like you to do is talk together about the different ways you can find out about the history of the local area and say which would be best. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, so you may start whenever you're ready.
With me, I think the most useful way to searching for information is search on internet because you can find a lot of useful information here.
I agree.
What do you think?
I half agree with you. Like, I think searching internet is a good idea too, but I prefer experiments than only sit on a table and search for and searching information. I will go to the museum. Here you can see anything done the right way, and you can find more about the your traditional costumes or jobs or something. What do you think?
Sorry, but I can't agree with you because searching information is a good way, but you need the money to buy the ticket for the museum, and there is not a way have the museum for you to searching. I think as a everyday people is also a good way because they have a lot of information because about the local area where they born and live in. What do you think?
That is a good idea too. That is a good experiment for me, but it will be a bad idea for the introvert person. So I would like to join a tour of of your local hometown. So I think they will have more information in the interactive way. What do you think?
With me, this is a good way because you can see more about the local area. But I think you also need the money for this, and you can also go to the farm thing I started in the control of GT him to search about the history of the local area because it's a real back in here, so you can believe information in here.
I'm going to stop you there. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm going to take this back. Minh, do you like learning about history at school?
I like learning history at school very much because I first of all I like the history teacher, and the second that um, it's I think that the past the I really like the pastime beauty that like the culture or the traditional costumes or some or more stuff like that.
Do you agree with that too, huh?
Yes, I also like the history, study history in my school, like Ngọc, because I realize the teacher will take it, and I also want to know more about past of my countries.
Too do you enjoy watching films about the past?
Yes, I enjoy watching film about the past, but it's like a documentary about the war in Vietnam. I think it's very interesting about the past of my countries.
Okay. What about you?
I like history films like Thu Hà, so especially like the Vietnamese War with the Americans, like Thu Hà. I think this is an interactive and helpful way to learn more about the history of my country, and the most of all that is good that is a good way to. Wait a second.
A second. Take your time.
Sorry, forgot the
That's okay.
wait.
No problem.
That is a good way to learning history because for me, I think that the history in the class is actually boring, but the film will make it better.
Okay, good. Excellent stuff. Thank you very much, ladies, and that concludes the speaking test.